Well, hello, hello. Good morning. Hi, Deanna. Hello, Erin. Glad you gals are here. Hope everybody's day is off to a good start. Oh, I appreciate you for watching the ads. I know you can't hear me. And it's okay if you skip them. I appreciate the support. I'll let people come in. I didn't get a notification on YouTube that I was live. What's up with that? She said never. So sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate the 2 cents. Well, I'll let everybody watch ads and pop in. And then we'll get started. I just made this coffee. This is my second cup of coffee, and I need it. Aww. Hi, Jess. Hello, Jess. Hello, Caitlin. I sure appreciate you guys. This coffee is so good. It's really hot. I feel like I look weird. Okay, so I never wear... I have maybe 2 t-shirts that have a neck this high. I almost always go for a v-neck. But I don't know, I was in a mood to wear my Demon Slayer shirt today. Probably because I just got done watching it on the treadmill a little while ago. But yeah, I feel like I look weird. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my head is floating. Oh, Jess, you need to make that chicken. I'm telling you, it's so good. It's like the most basic freaking recipe, but it's so good. Like, my kids like it, and that's saying something. Oh my goodness. Hello, Will. How are you? Jeanette, good morning. Grocery shopping. That sounds fun. God, you are such an early bird. What are you, 2 hours behind me? I wish I could be that accomplished that early. So I have no idea how many people are in here. YouTube is being kind of odd. Stream working okay? Everything working okay? Unless you guys are all watching the ads, which, gosh, I appreciate you. Gross. What'd you get, Jeanette? Did you get anything good? Anything out of the ordinary? Oh my god. 8 a.m. Girl. I don't know how you do it. I was so proud of myself that I got up at 7:45. Well, I was working out by 7:45. I was on the treadmill. I did my C2 5K. I'm doing week 3 again because and then so I do my C2 5K, and then I watch an episode of Demon Slayer while I'm on the treadmill. Okay, see, that's weird. Okay, thanks, Caitlin. I'm still having allergy issues. Can you believe that? Yes, it is the weekend. Saturday is like my chores day, so Saturdays are pretty much non-existent to me because I'm just busting my hump. And then yesterday, the band needed volunteers, so I hustled and went and did that. It's just exhausting. Okay, so happy Sunday, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining us. Caffeine Calories, if this is your first time here, is a live weight loss support chat. We all really support each other, cheer each other on, and we have a lot of fun, and we laugh. We laugh a lot around here. So hopefully, you know, if this is your first time, you'll come back many times, participate in the chat. The stream is sponsored by Coffee Over Cardio. You'll see in the little ticker down below there. You can check them out at coffeeovercardio.com and get 10% off your order anytime. Though they often have really, really good sales too, so you can catch those as well. But if you use my code, which is 10LWS Coffee, you will get 10% off your order anytime. So be sure to check them out. We appreciate them for sponsoring the live stream. They are a pretty amazing female-led company out of Texas. And I am very thankful for them and their support of my channel. So today I had a topic request come in, which gets me so excited. I love when you guys send me suggestions. So anytime if something just pops into your head, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or wherever. Come to an old Caffeine and Calories and make a comment. However it is that you want to reach me, please. Again, I say this all the time, but this is more about you guys than it is just about me. It's been a very important part of my weight loss journey, but really, it's more about the support for us as a group. So your topics are very important to me. I want to hear them. So Caitlin actually messaged me and she said, hey, I watched your video and it got me thinking because this is true. Something I ask myself a lot, right? Especially like with BED. I can't say it or I'll get the YouTube buzzer. With BED, I often ask myself, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why am I like this? Why do I just want to be eating all the time? And that got Caitlin to thinking. She's like, man, you know, we all do that. We say unkind things to ourselves. So today we're going to be talking about like things we do to kind of kick negative self-talk. And it's heiny. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's kick off the live stream. I saw a bunch of people just pop in. I'm going to say hello. But you guys share your non-scale victories that you have had. Non-scale victory obviously being a win in your weight loss journey that's not tied to the number on the scale. And let me say my hellos. Hello, Vulpin Black. How are you? I'm so happy to see you here at the live stream. Risa Bisa, hello, my dear. I wanted to catch your premiere this morning so bad, but of course, I was hustling to get ready for this. Sometimes I like to come on the live stream looking put together to a degree. Usually that is not the case. Who else just popped in? I saw all kinds of names. Christina Julia, hello, my dear. I'm so happy you're here. Augie! Oh my goodness, it has been a long time. Mr. Busy over there. My goodness, Augie. Everybody's excited. I hope you're doing well. I understand when you're busy, it's real hard to fit YouTube into the schedule, so I totally get that. Teresa, hello. How are you? I'm so happy you're here. I'm waiting for those non-scale victories to pop in. Augie said, I'm usually at work, but finished a bit earlier today. Well, I hope that's a good thing. I'm doing great. I hope you are well as well. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for jumping in. I appreciate it. I have a busy day today too. Gosh, so much to do. And then we're having, I mean, it's not really a party. We're going out to eat for Sam's birthday with just our family, because they didn't come to her birthday party last week, which was amazing. Thank you guys for understanding, because I totally forgot to say the week before that, like, hey, not going to be live streaming because my kid's having a party. And I should have said that. Or maybe I didn't know at that time. Time is such a blur right now. Does anybody else feel that way? Like time is just flying. I don't know where it's going, and I feel like I blink and the day is half over. So... hello, Misty. Oh, man. So Jeanette said, this is tied to the scale, but I realized that I was at the upper end of the weight range I want to be in, and I was able to lose 4 pounds in a healthy way without tracking. Kudos to you, Miss Jeanette. That's freaking amazing. That's awesome. And I think it's fine. It's a victory nonetheless. We'll celebrate all of it. Misty said, can't stay for long, but wanted to stop in and show the stream and all of you some love. Well, I sure appreciate it, Misty. I hope you're doing well. I'm so behind on videos because I have no freaking time. I'm telling you, I've never been busier at work, at home, anything. And time is just flying. Like, I can't believe, I mean, it's Sunday. It's late Sunday morning already. What the heck? Risa Bisa said, NSV. Oh, no, I missed one. Sorry. I'll get to you, Risa, in a second. Teresa said, getting good sleep. What's that like? Does it feel as amazing as I imagine it does? I can't tell you the last time I got good sleep. Risa Bisa said, I'm done with most of the newbie keto I'm done with most of the newbie keto symptoms. Migraines are gone, but I still have insomnia. I feel good this week. Well, good for you. That's awesome. Erin, my dear friend, said my NSV is that I completed all the run minutes of my C25K session. Yay! No stopping? Me and Erin just started getting real busy. She was busy before, but she got real busy. So we haven't had time to catch up yet this week, but we're going to. I'm so excited. Jeanette said, a true NSV, I hiked up a mountain. So if you guys aren't following Jeanette on Instagram, and Jeanette, just say like, hey, don't follow me on Instagram if you don't if you don't want people to. You got to see the pictures she's posting. And these views are like, they're like unbelievable. They're like Bob Ross painting views. They're so beautiful. And I'm like, I'm going to go visit and we'll just go hike in the woods for a week. Christina said, NSV, I have walked 4 days last week and it felt good to be back at it. Yay! That is a good feeling when you haven't done it for a while and then you get back into it and you're like, oh yeah, I actually really like this. I love that. The Grind with Will said, NSV, I do a lot of outdoors related things, hunting, rappelling, search and rescue, but it was an amazing victory when I could just walk in the store and buy any brand I wanted because they all sold my size now. That is awesome. I love that. What a great non-scale victory. I love that. I hope to experience that one day. I can't do it yet. Getting close. But that is awesome. I love that. Misty said, y'all are inspiring me with the running. It ain't easy, but I'll tell you, it's, to me, I'm speaking from opinion, it's very rewarding. It's a very tangible progress, if that makes sense. Slow and steady, too. I mean, if anybody who wants to start running, I feel like I should say this more often. It took me a real long time. I'm going to say almost a year to be able to run a full lap on the track. I have a YouTube short somewhere on my channel of the very first time that I did that. And I got very emotional. But I can almost run, before it started getting like a gazillion degrees out here, I was going to the track almost every day. And I was working on getting to 4 laps. I can do 3. But right, like, at the 3rd one, I'm like, dying. So, yeah, thank you. Augie said, I am not doing keto, but cutting down on carbs like potatoes, pasta, and rice. I don't eat much bread anyway, eating lots of eggs. Oh, I love eggs. Vulpin Black said, NSV, I'm finally aware that my clothes are so loose now. They have been for a while, but I guess I just got over a mental block. You know, that's a great point to bring up. When you're actually like making progress and you start noticing you're like, I don't know about you. I should have done it on the Should have brought it with me on the live stream. I just went through my closet yesterday night when I was going, like, putting away laundry. I'm like, I just have to get rid of stuff. I've been hanging on to stuff forever. And I had this one shirt. It's a pink shirt, and I actually love it, and I used to work out in it a lot. It's a really cute pink shirt, but I've had it for like a decade. It's very, very big and loose from just being a really old shirt, but also because I've lost weight. So I was finally like, yesterday, I'm like, I gotta just throw this out. Like, I gotta let it go. I should have brought it on stream. We could have had a funeral for it. It's just funny how, like, you hang on to things, right? I'm exactly that way. But that's amazing. I'm so excited for you. Let's see. Erin said, I'm redoing week 2, but yeah, no stopping. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so glad that we teamed up to do this. I know I said it to you already, and I've told you a million times, but I'm making it like more publicly known. Because Erin and I have a lot of fun. And I think it's been great having each other to like kind of fall back on and be like, you know what? I'm redoing this. I'm redoing week 3 again this week, by the way. Did I say that? I might have said that. I'm redoing week 3 because I don't feel ready to move on to week 4. So we'll see. It's all good. Oh, let's see. Yes, Jess said agreed. Let's do a meetup by Jeanette. We're coming. They're like those views. I'm like, ugh. I love the woods anyway. There's not a whole lot of pretty forest here in Oklahoma. So, you know. Charlie Bell, hi! I hope you're having a good day. She's so precious. Caitlin said, I'm still trying to associate with my body. I'm trying to figure out what it means to be a human after COVID. Like, seriously, I feel lost in my body this past week. Aww. Caitlin had a bad bout of COVID, but she made it. She got through it. That's probably so eye-opening, right? Like, ugh, I'm scared of it. I don't want to get it. I'm not going to get into all that, but I don't like being sick, period. Regular ass colds take me out. So oh, hi Joe. How are you? Joe said, your guys' progression systems seem more hardcore than the one I'm doing, so repeating a week seems like a legit move. Yeah, it's absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. I also never tracked my time, like, outside. Like, I never looked at pace. Right now, I'm running/walking, about a 17-minute mile. I think I'm like 17:05 is my pace. So I've been paying attention to that, like, 1 mile, but not really, like, I don't know. I should care, but I don't. If that makes sense. But I do think 5K runner, so Erin has been having a ton of problem with the apps. With the app, I have not had really issues with it, but I'm inside. I'm not using like the GPS features. But I feel like, so I skipped week 1 because week 1 was just, I mean, it wasn't even a thing for me. Like, it was just so super easy. But I feel like it jumped up relatively quickly. I'm like, I feel like somebody, like, realistically, because the original C2 5K, you're supposed to, like, naturally progress through too. Like, they tell you, like, if you need to repeat a week. This app that we're using does optimized workouts, so it has, like, a little rating system at the end. And if you tell it, like, this workout was too hard, it'll optimize the next one to kind of, like, see how you're doing. I haven't really utilized those features yet, only because I don't want to screw around with it. I'm afraid of messing it up, just knowing what I know about Erin's experience with it. But yeah, so it is. I feel like it's a little intense too. I feel like it probably, week 3 could be a little slower and could be 2-minute runs, but it has some 3-minute and 30-second runs. So we'll see. We're getting there. Oh, so let's see. Caitlin said, I'm not even one of those people who go out and do stuff. I grocery shop like 3 times a month and that's it. That sucks. Gosh, I'm so glad that you're feeling better though, Caitlin. Speaking of Caitlin, Caitlin suggested today's topic, which if you guys weren't here when I said this earlier, like if there's something that just pops into your brain and you're like, oh, we should talk about that on the live stream, I would love to hear it. This is more about you guys than it is just about me. It is not just about me. We're here to support each other. So part of that is like talking about things that you guys want to talk about. So anytime like something pops in your brain, just send me a message. You guys know where to find me. I'm everywhere. Just send me a message and we'll work it into the schedule. I don't currently have like a backlog or anything right now. So yeah. So we're going to talk about that. So today we're talking about kind of negative self-talk and like how that impacts your weight loss journey. And one of the questions that kind of popped into my mind, and if you guys have questions on this topic, you can surely ask them. But one of the things that I think about a lot, and I've said this before in like past videos, especially when Christina Julia and I did our self-love and self-care collab back in February, is why are we collectively, right? Why are we okay with saying things to ourselves that we would never say to another individual? Like, I find that kind of eye-opening. I mean, eye-opening to me in that, like, I have said some mean stuff to myself. I have beat myself up before mentally, verbally, if that makes sense. Like, I have been really, really hard on myself. And I wanted to see if anybody kind of shared that experience. Just curious. I'm going to scroll back up. I think I got lost on comments there. I saw a good comment. So Will said, body dysmorphia is a real mental block to get through. I still see myself and the size and person I was 6 months ago. I'll have a video drop in the next couple weeks about it. Oh, that's a great topic, Will. That's very, very good. Jeanette agreed. She said, Will, I've recognized that I have some of that. I've lost 100 pounds, and sometimes when I look in the mirror, I feel like I look like how I did before. And that's awesome that you're doing a video about it. I agree. Great topic of discussion. Oh, I must have missed a conversation somewhere. Augie. Augie said, I haven't had so much as a cold for about 10 years. Lucky or lifestyle? Probably lifestyle. I agree with what Jess said. And Augie said it's about 10 years ago when I reached 50 that I started to get really serious about what I put in my body. Finally understood I am not 20-something anymore. I'm not either. That's why I'm at where I'm at now. I'm hoping to have my you-know-what together by the time I'm 40. I got 2 years. Aw, yay, Risa. Risa said the scale is moving. Will said, I still get surprised by the size of the person looking back. It is going to take me a while to get. Yeah, it's super hard. So, what are some of your guys' thoughts on like, and tell me if you do, so do you do this or not? Like, do you negative self-talk yourself? Or do you ever like talk yourself out of things that you know you could do? This coffee was sad that it's gone. Risa said, when we disappoint ourselves, I think it dents self-respect. So we lash out on ourselves. Also, we feel we can take it and don't consider it cruel the way it would be if it were another person. But the thing is, it is still cruel. I agree. Jess said, I cut out conscious negative self-talk years ago, but there are still subconscious thoughts. Someday, I hope to accept myself unconditionally. I 100% understand that. Christina said, I do miss my mental attitude from February. You know, honestly, going back and watching those videos, I was like, wow, we're pretty awesome. I do revisit those quite frequently. The affirmations video that I did is one that I have bookmarked because I think there are some really good ones there. Yeah, and so that's a thing. Like, so Jess, maybe you can kind of elaborate on that. Like, what did you do? What are some things you do? Like, do you catch yourself when it kind of like creeps in, or you're gonna like, bad talk yourself? Like, what are some things that you guys do to kind of defeat that, right? Like, what are some steps that you take when you catch yourself being like less than kind? Will said, I talk crap about myself mentally on the daily. I've had to focus more on the good things that I have accomplished. I struggle with it most when I can't physically accomplish what I set out to do. I 100%. So I have issues, like a big issue for me, and this is, Will, I am like right on the same thing with you. I struggle with water weight. Like water retention is just, if I eat certain things, I'm finding that I just retain water. And so my weight is never like, it's more like, and a lot of the times it's just water retention for me. I know it is because I'm like, I didn't eat enough to gain 3 pounds in 2 days. But, so one of the things for me is like, when the scale does not go the way that I want to go, I can be really, really mean to myself sometimes. Like I can be really, like, I'm like, well, dumbass, you shouldn't have eaten this, that, or the other thing, or like, why did you eat these? And it's like, a big thing I struggle with is like, and I tell people this all the time, right? Like, you can't control the past, and you can't change it. So you can really only manage the things that you have control over. So when I catch myself like being really hard on myself, I'm like, okay, well, dummy, you know what to do, but there's a day. But I have, it's kind of like that, like iron fist. And I wouldn't say that to anybody else, but I would say it to myself. So it's really hard. It's really, really hard when you're like, yeah, you know what to do. Stop being dumb about it, like, let me get caught up on chat here. So Caitlin said, I think I am learning what negative self-talk... Try that again. Caitlin said, I think I am learning what negative self-talk actually is, like what you were saying, Sarah. If I wouldn't say it to someone I care about, why is it okay to say it to myself? It's not, and I need to cut it. And it's really hard. It's really hard. It takes a lot of practice. Deanna said, I catch myself and then I put a but on the end of it. I kind of love that. I love that, Deanna. Thank you for sharing that. Erin said, there's always that voice in the back of my head when I'm running where I think I look stupid and people are making fun of me, but I'm running for me, not for them. So I try to ignore that voice. Well said, my friend. Well said. Deanna said, I suck at running, but I am becoming better every day. I love that. I love that. That's the example of putting the but at the end of it. Caitlin said, I thought I was good at catching my thoughts, but I am still filled with self-disappointment. That's a great point. Like, it's really easy. I think hands in hand with that is like managing expectations, right? Like, and this goes back to like things I've talked about often on my channel, is that like goal setting is really important, but the more important thing about those goals is that they need to be actually achievable. And I think we have to recognize, right? Like, one of the things Erin and I talked about when we were starting, the C25K journey, it's an 8-week program, but we both know it was not going to take us 8 weeks to get there. Like, so we were very realistic about it, of like, this is going to take some time. We'll use September as a way to kind of kick it off and see if we like it and want to continue it. So like keeping goals manageable, right? And not so out of reach. And I'm not saying you shouldn't set hard goals. You should, but they need to be realistic and they need to be something you can achieve. Otherwise, you're kind of setting yourself up for that failure and disappointment. And if you know that is something that you're hard on yourself about, right? Then we kind of want to like reel that in a bit. Does that make sense? If I'm not making sense, just tell me. I feel like I am, but I might not. Jess said, yes, I catch myself and flip it. If I look in the mirror and see my belly and I'm not happy with it, I remind myself how strong I have become. It is constant work, but I hope someday it will just be habit. I agree. Jeanette agreed. She said, I try to do the same. Yes, she sure is. Jess said to Erin, and truthfully, you are inspiring people. 100%. I wish those thoughts just didn't come up anymore, but I believe someday I will win over them. I think that's something too, like, you're not ever, we're so inside our own heads most of the time, right? I always joke, I'm like, you're just a brain operating like this machine. A lot of people get into like, you have a soul and a heart and stuff like, yeah, you have those, but really you're a brain. It's kind of a weird thought. But I think we're sometimes so internalized, and I think that it's almost like having a friendship with yourself, right? Like you kind of have to develop that and work on it. It's kind of a weird thought, but like it's true, right? You're so in your own thoughts most of the time. It's like, what do you do? Christina said, to me, it's hard to overcome the negative voice when I find myself still trying to lose weight. I'm 41. It seems like I've been doing this all my life and I feel exhausted at times. And Jess said exactly like, why am I still doing this, right? Like, it's so frustrating. Like, why do I have to still doing this? I 100% feel the same way a lot of the time. For me, like, I just feel like I've been dealing with this since I was a teenager, and I'm like so not a teenager anymore, that it's hard, Jeanette said, it goes back to that slight dysmorphia where I'll focus on the parts of me that aren't lean and neglect the fact that as a whole, I am so much more lean and strong than I was. Yeah, that's hard. Fulpin said, I agree 100% with Caitlin. Once I started looking at myself as more of a separate person than just myself, I became a lot more kind and forgiving to myself. It takes some work, though. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Jeanette said, reminding ourselves how far we've come is so important. Yeah, these are all great points. You guys are awesome. Jess said, I want to be one of the sassy old ladies in a bikini in the beach and just doesn't give a damn. Me too. I look forward to the day where I can be a crazy grandma. I want to be like the grandma in Moana. That's my grandma goals right there. The village crazy lady. Augie said, as a personal trainer, you have to be hard with your clients, but in a nice way. For instance, I might say, do 10 reps, but at rep 10, I will say, give me 3 more. It is being hard on them in a way. Yeah, I think, I could see that. And so that's a great point. Like, and how often, Augie, have you heard in your professional career, like, oh, you're mean for making me do 3 more. Like, I feel like I would, maybe that's a good way to like treat ourselves, right? Like, especially like when it comes to like weight loss specifically, like treat yourself like you imagine a personal trainer would, and use those ways of like pushing nicely, right, on yourself. That's kind of an interesting thought. Christina said, I'm not a negative person. I'm just exhausted about it at the moment. Yeah, I know what you mean. It gets like tiresome. It does. And I feel like weight loss burnout is a real thing. I know because I've experienced it several times on this journey where it's just like, I don't want to freaking think about weight loss. Like, I don't want to think about it. Unfortunately, when I don't think about it, then I tend to gain weight because I'll just like give myself almost like permission to overeat. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm not thinking about weight loss, so I'll just eat a whole bag of Cheetos. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's really hard. Will said, I feel like, not to group everyone together, most people that have struggled with weight have this issue so they can mentally accept that their size, he's going to part to it. They have a built-in excuse, and that is out of their control because they set themselves up as a failure. Yeah, 100%. Well said. Yeah, I think so too. Christina said, so that's why it's good to have this great group. Aw, I really do appreciate you all and your views. Yeah, same. I'm just so glad everybody comes and chats. I think we have a good time. I think it's very supportive. I think this is a great way. I did miss it last week. I was busy as heck, but I do miss it when I don't live stream because I feel like it gives me this kind of energy going into the week ahead and like lots to think about. That's not necessarily just like weight loss particularly, but thoughts. So agreed. Thank you, Christina. I'm glad you're a part of my squad. Augie said, my wife is 70 next year and still wears a bikini. Yeah, I love that. Deanna said, I have been paying bills since I was a teenager and they are not going away. Neither will my weight management. It will be a constant. You know what? That's probably a great point to make, Deanna. So true. So true. Christina said, that's my dream too. I follow a lady on Instagram who's totally like that. To boot, she started training at 70 and she's amazing. Oh my gosh. I think I know who you're talking about, Christina. There's a couple ladies like that are just freaking badass, more mature women, right? It's never too late to start, Augie said. Oh, Will, you're all right. I do my best. That's awesome. So, what are some things you tell yourself that are more positive? Like, what's a positive affirmation that you give for yourself? Aw, Jess said, I agree. The stream sets the tone for my week, makes me want to go into the week positive. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for being part of it. You guys are awesome. Some of you have been coming to these since I started them. Deanna, Jess, Jeanette, Caitlin, too, I think. Y'all have been here for the long haul. You know, sometimes I go look back at like my videos, but I never go back and rewatch live streams. Or my live streams, I should say. I'm kind of scared to. It'll be cool, I think, when I reach like when I reach a milestone. I think I'll use clips from my past live streams because I'm sure my face has changed. I can see it, like, not to sound like vain, but like looking at myself, I know my face has changed. Going Noop, instead of Noop. Oh, I like that, Joe. So Joe said, not positive per se, but nobody cares if you fail, right? I kind of love that. Because really, you're the only person, right? You only have to reach your own expectations. And if you fail, then guess what? You try again. That's all you can do. I think that's an interesting take. I like that. Augie said, for me, I do tell myself that I am not too bad considering I am in my 60s. No, Augie, you are not too bad. You're pretty freaking amazing. Jess said, I think about where I was in 2015 at my highest weight and super confused. And I try to appreciate how far I have come since then, where I actually enjoy working out and being healthy. Aw, I love that. You know, I think that's a good overall theme, and a couple of us have talked about that today, is like really, really, even if like, so yeah, for a lot of us, it's like, oh, I'm still trying to lose weight. Like, I'm still working on this. Like, yeah, that's exhausting and it's tiring, but at the same time, that gives you the power to look back and see how far you've come. And I think Jeanette, Will, Jess, Augie, everybody all said that today. And I think that's a good thing to keep in mind going, like, moving forward, right, from this conversation, is that regardless of how fast the progress happened, or if we had setbacks or what, we've still come a really long way. All of us. I watch all of you. You know, we've still come a long way. We've accomplished a lot and made progress. And that's, you can't just like make the progress and then say, okay, that's it. Now I'm going to go fail to the next thing. Like, that's not how it works, right? You got to continuously celebrate the progress that you've made in the past, because it's part of the journey. So I think that's a great, really great point to like kind of stew over this week. Augie said, I will admit that I do look in the mirror. My wife laughs and says, you haven't changed from a few hours ago when you last looked. I'm the same way. I'll find my reflection in anything. I don't know if it's a vanity thing or not. Honestly, the most noticeable time, like, this is so funny. I don't even go grocery shopping in the store that often anymore. I just do home delivery. But when I go to the grocery store, I'm in the frozen aisle and there's like the lines of glass. Like, I'll catch my reflection in those and I'm just like, all right. Or sometimes not. Depends on what I'm wearing and how fast I ran out the door. But you know what I'm saying. Oh, I see some great advice coming in. Grind with Will said, take progress pics. They will be a lifesaver in this situation. 100%. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Caitlin said, I've been telling myself forcefully these past few days, I am deserving. I am worthy of success. Things along those lines, because I really struggle feeling like I'm worth anything sometimes. I think that's a really hard, no, you're not being a downer at all, Caitlin. I think honesty is part of the whole reason we do these. And vulnerability too, because it's not easy to share something like that. So kudos to you for that. But yeah, I think that's one of the tougher things, right? Is like, especially if you've ever experienced like negative comments, right, from people or family or whoever. I think if you've ever experienced that kind of negativity towards weight, I think it really does like chip away at your self-worth. And so I think you almost have to rebuild that, you know? And I think doing what you're doing, Caitlin, like you said, is just giving yourself kind of like those affirmations, like, I do deserve this. I deserve to win. I'm good enough. I'm awesome, because you are awesome. And like just filling those like kind of chips in with those more positive kind of mental notes there. Not easy to do, but you know. Yeah, Will just said, you are worth the effort. 100%. 100%. You know who is awesome for self-love, Jess says, is Paul Fishman. He has a podcast and he's on Instagram. He's all about affirmations and stuff. Oh, cool. I will find him on the Insta. I don't know why, I just can't get into podcasts, which is funny because this is almost like a podcast. But I can't get into them. Yes, Deanna, what a great activity. Deanna said, make a list of all the reasons that you are worthy. And I 100% guarantee that it's going to be a long list. You will make it a long list. Augie said, sorry, but going to have to go. Oh, bye, Augie. Thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner. I hope you're having something good. I'm so glad that you were able to pop in today. We've missed you. You know who's been missing too? Mr. FitLab. Where the heck has he been? I have to go bust chops about that. I haven't talked to Aaron in a minute, now that I'm thinking about it. Erin said, I've had to have conversations with my mom about how she talks about her own body around my kids, recognizing that some of the negative thoughts I have about my body came from the negative thoughts. Oh, yes. I could probably do a whole live stream on that topic alone. Mom's probably watching, so I'm not going to say anything right now. Love you, Mom. She's almost always watching. She doesn't always chat, but she always watches. I know she does. Erin said she had about hers. Oh, wait, I think I missed something. Oh, I have about my body came from the negative thoughts she had about hers that she said out loud. I had to ask her to be more aware of that around my babies. Yeah, I think that's actually a really great point to make. Is, you know, how we treat ourselves in front of our kids and what we say in front of our kids really does make a lasting impact. What, Jess? Could you repeat that? Jeanette said, I think Obese to Beast has said that starting a weight loss journey shows that you do have some self-love some love for yourself. Even if you feel like you hate where you are, you have enough to love yourself better. Yeah, 100%. That's why I never understood the people who are like, who like shame people for wanting to lose weight. And they're like, you don't love yourself. You know, you should love your body the way it is. I can love myself just fine and want to be healthier. Like, facts, right? I missed something. I don't know what I missed. Oh, is that scientific, Jess? Jess said kids develop all their patterns by age 7. I didn't know that. Mine are both past that age. Shit. I've probably screwed up. Oh! He's not here to defend himself, Jess. Jess was saying Aaron must be too busy editing to come into the stream. Perhaps. I'm going to send him a message later and be like, where the heck have you been? What's up with that? Anyway. Oh, we're already at the top of the hour? Am I saying that right? Is that a thing people even say? It's 10:48. We have 10 minutes of stream time left, and I'm just like, you see what I'm talking about? Where time is just... Where did that go? I didn't feel like we were talking for almost a whole hour. Did you guys? Kind of crazy. Who's watching what on Netflix or whatever right now? I need a new show to watch. I watched a movie last night. I watched Knives Out. Great movie. If you like kind of murder mystery. Although it really wasn't a murder mystery, but it's good. It has a good twist. What else? I watched recently Clickbait on Netflix. That was pretty good. Talk about plot twists. Every episode was a damn plot twist in that show. I was just like, huh. Really good. Anybody have any questions too? Like, I don't know. I'm out of things to talk about. Caitlin, this was your topic. Is there anything that we didn't address that you want to? I feel like we made a lot of progress in this chat, and I think we've got some things that we can all kind of take home with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know I have a lot to think about this week. This was a really great conversation. Yeah, I saw that. So I Google searched the cast because I couldn't tell who was playing one of the sons. But I saw in the Google search results that Knives Out 2 was going to be a thing. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I watched this now. Will said, a great motivation is go to the store and pick up the amount of weight you have lost. Helps to be able to picture how far you have come. I love that. What a fun idea, actually. That would be a great thing to put in a video. Right? Like, I've got 40 pounds of oranges here or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, just something kind of crazy. I love those posts. People do them on Instagram a lot where it's like, I lost 50 pounds. That's the same as 2 truck tires. Or I'm making that up. That's probably way more than that. But something along those lines. Caitlin said, we are rewatching Sopranos, which is bad because I always want pasta watching that show. Yeah. Yeah. I like The Sopranos too. There's a prequel coming out about young Tony, which I'm just like, seems interesting. Or either that or just trying to milk something that's been done for almost a decade, but whatever. Deanna said, I liked Panic on Amazon Prime. Oh, I'll check that out. That already sounds, the word panic. That already sounds like something I'd like. Aw, Caitlin, I'm glad. Risa Bisa said, I've been silently listening to the stream while walking the dog. I appreciate you tuning in. Aw, Will, I love that. Will said, that's where my profile pic came from. Took it when I hit 100 pounds. That's awesome. How much have you lost total, Will? Are you just at 100? Or have you gone further than that? I know that. Joe said, I like the old weight loss commercials with people in giant pants. Why'd you keep those huge pants? I was always kind of sus about those. I'm like, what's stopping somebody from just going out and buying a gigantic pair of pants and holding it up next to you? I mean, I would hope you'd be honest about it, but you could just go buy a huge pair of pants. I shouldn't say huge. That sounds mean. I'm sorry. I take that back. You shouldn't just buy a larger size pair of pants, or you could just buy a larger size pair of pants and hold them up to yourself. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't upset anybody. I didn't mean that. 109 pounds. That's awesome. Awesome. Jess said, Sarah, are you into music? It's super old, but I loved Mozart in the Jungle on Amazon Prime. I am into everything. They are an orchestra, is what I'm guessing that is. Oh, I'll check it out. I love that. I can't tell what's going on out in the hallway here. I don't know if my husband and son are play fighting or it's the dogs. They're being loud. Can you guys hear them? All right, guys. I am so happy that you were able to join me on this chat today. Really, really amazing. Really, really positive. I hope that you guys have something to take home from this today. Really, really, really helpful. And Caitlin, who suggested the topic today, really appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And if you guys ever have a topic, just message me. I'm very, very open to hearing what you want to chat about. Whatever will support you is probably going to support other people too in their journey. So don't be afraid to suggest something. Even if it's something we've talked about before, I'm happy to talk about things over and over again too, because it is kind of the same stuff that kind of stresses us out. So I hope everybody has an amazing Sunday. Anybody got some fun plans for today? I'm going to have Thai food. I've never had Thai before. Can you believe that? So that was what Sam requested for her family birthday dinner. So that should be interesting. Aw, hi Ronnie, thank you. That was nice. Okay. Hi, LB. Super late because of church. We'll have to catch the replay, but I wanted to say hi because I love, love, love the interaction. Well, I love that you stopped in here. Thank you so much. And no worries, LB. Sometimes we are here late. So I appreciate you for popping in whenever you can. Oh, the birthday party was amazing. They had such a great time. I really should do like a photo dump on my Instagram, but I don't know. I'm weird about posting pictures of other people's kids. So yeah. But she had a great birthday. I think she too was having an existential crisis about being 15. I still cannot believe that I have a 15-year-old. Like, that is just like blows my mind. Yes, please do smash the like button if you haven't already. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Caitlin. I saw you say that earlier, too. Jeanette just posted a link to the Facebook group. I think all of you, I'm pretty confident all of you are in there already. But if you're not, there's the link. It's in the description box below, too. I would love it. And y'all can post in there. I hope you know that. Like, if there's ever something that you need, it's weight loss support. A lot of times I post memes because that's how I deal with things. So I laugh or make a meme of it. So a lot of times I post memes in there. But if you guys ever want to post anything, recipes, things like that, I would love to see it. So feel free to post. Okay, I think that's all I got, guys. Does anybody else need anything or want anything? Want to chat about anything before we log off here? Or are you all ready to go and have an awesome Sunday? I hope everybody has an amazing week. Thanks. LB said, I hit the like. I got that part done. Thank you. Joe said, everybody is doing great with the content lately. I'm watching a lot of stuff from you all. Well, thank you. You know, that's always nice to hear because a lot of us in here are sharing on YouTube, but not everybody is. So it is always nice to hear from you know, our followers, our subscribers. You guys are really our squad, right? The Sara squad. It's everybody's squad now, though. It's not just mine. I appreciate you guys so much. So that was nice to hear. Thanks, Joe. I'm sure others appreciate that as well. All right. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing week. Celebrate those non-scale victories, right? Hold them right here in your heart. And until next time, I will see you real soon.